Jannati, Anisha, Bonna, and I'm back again with another maths lesson. Today we're going to continue learning about sets. If you haven't watched part 1 of this video, the link will be in the description box below, or if you're watching this video on Facebook, the link will be in the caption. With that being said, let's begin our today's maths lesson. To learn how to solve set problems, we have to know a few notations. First of all, there is a notation to show that something is an element of a set. When something is an element of a set, we use this notation. And when something is not an element of a set, we use this notation. Suppose we have our universal set which contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, and we have a set A which contains the elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So to show that 1 is an element of set A, we will use this notation. And to show that 2 is an element of set A, we will also use this notation. Same with 3, 4 and 5. And to show that the rest of the elements in the universal set which are not in set A, we will use this notation. So here 6 is not an element of A, therefore we are using this notation. And 7 is also not an element of A, so we are also using this notation. Same with B. 2 is an element of B. However, 7 is not an element of B. Let's look at our third notation, union. The union of two or more sets is the set that contains all the elements of the two or more sets. We can represent this in a Venn diagram. Suppose we have two sets A and B, and the union of A and B will be both the circles. We can also show this in the listing method. Suppose we have a set A which contains the elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and we have set B which contains the elements 2, 4, 6 and 8. So A union B will contain all the elements in both A and B. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8. A union B will contain all the elements in both A and B. After that we have intersection. The intersection of two or more sets contains only the elements which are common in both sets, and intersection is denoted by this notation. To represent this in a Venn diagram, if we have two sets A and B, then the intersection of A and B will be the common part between A and B. And to show this in the listing method, if we have set A containing the elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and set B containing the elements 2, 4, 6 and 8, then the intersection of A and B will be 2 and 4. A intersection B will be only the elements which are in both A and B, which are in this case 2 and 4. Okay, let's move on to our next notation, which is complement of a set. For example, this is our universal set and we have set A which contains the elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then the complement of set A will contain all the elements in the given universal set except those elements which are in A. In this case, A has the elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So the complement of set A will contain the rest of the elements which are not in A. Here 6, 7, 8 and 9. To represent complement of set A in this Venn diagram, all the areas except set A will be the complement of set A. Another example, complement of set B. Here set B contains the elements 2, 4, 6 and 8. So the complement of set B will contain the rest of the elements in the universal set except those in set B. So here 1 is not an element of B, so the complement of set B will contain 1. 3 is not in set B, 4 is in set B, 5 is not in set B, 6 is in set B, 7 is not in set B, 8 is in set B and 9 is not in set B. So the complement of set B will contain the elements which are not in set B. And to represent this in a Venn diagram, everything within the universal set except set B will be the complement of set B. And lastly, we have the size of a set or the cardinality of a set. This basically tells us the number of elements in a set. Here we have set A, which contains elements 1, 3 and 5. So the number of elements in set A, the cardinality of set A or the size of set A is 3. And the size of set B, which contains the elements 2, 4, 6 and 8. So it has 1, 2, 3 and 4 elements. So the cardinal number or the size of set B is 4. With that, we're ending today's maths lesson. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something new. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye!